be offered a callback option. Your call may be monitored or recorded for quality or training purposes. All information and referrals are distributed without expressed or implied endorsement. We apologize, but all teammates are currently busy. Please press 1 to request the next available teammate call you back, or remain on the line if you would like to continue to hold. We apologize, but all teammates are currently busy. Please press 1 to request the next available teammate call you back, or remain on the line if you would like to continue to hold. to continue to hold.
Oh dear.
We apologize, but all teammates. Thank you for calling Wounded Warrior Project Resource Center. This is Catherine. How can I help you?
I was talking to somebody there on the suicide crisis hotline, and they said that I should try to call you guys.
Okay. How can I help you?
I'm just struggling with this Veterans Administration trying to get some health care, and it's not working. I'm just at the end of my rope here. I can't think of what else to do or who else to call. Nothing seems to get accomplished or move forward, and just suffering to death here. I can't stand it.
I'm sorry you're going through that. So you can't get health care or
Some kind
VA rating
of surgery. No, I got 90% rating. I just need some medical intervention in my back and my neck. It's all messed up, and I've been trying for almost 2 years now to get somebody to help me up there, and they just keep finding reasons not to help me.
Okay, and let's see, what is your name?
My first name is Slade, Slade. My last name is Fuqua, Fuqua.
Okay, Slade. And so your doctor won't address your issues, or are they trying to, or?
I don't know. You know, I got a two bad discs in my lower back. I've already had surgery on one about 10 years ago. They fused L5, S1 together on the left side. That one above it, L4, L5 was bulging to the right, and then I had 5 of them in my neck that are bulging, some bony stuff in there, and 2 ruptured discs in my thoracic spine. I got something torn in my shoulder. They said need surgery, and all my joints are pretty much blasted. I tore them up in the service, pulling all this equipment around, and just tore my back, everything up. All my joints are going bad now. trying to get these VA
Wow,
people to help
sorry
me, and
about
just
that.
not getting any progress with them. The MRIs are 2 months old, and they still hadn't said or done anything about getting me in to see somebody.
Right, and COVID isn't helping, is it? You know, because some places aren't seeing people because of COVID. So, have you ever spoken with there is a patient liaison at the, like a social worker at the VA?
Yes, ma'am. The lady at the congressman's office been talking to him the last couple of weeks,
Okay, all
and
right.
they're not getting nowhere either. I reached out to her not this past March, but March in 2019, and it's just gone downhill from there. It's been since then that they identified these other discs in my neck and in my back, and still nothing's happening.
Right.
Then they sent me to a doctor to get an injection in my knee,
Mhm.
and that was at the clinic here in Lake Jackson where I live at, and that was it. That was it.
Okay. And so let's see. I know that there's other ways you can kind of use if they can refer you to a third party,
Yes,
a civilian doctor, or will
Yeah.
they do that?
That's what I asked them to
Or have
do.
you?
Yeah, I've been asking them to do that for months and months.
Uh-huh.
They put in the wrong address in the machine first and said I didn't qualify because I lived too close, and it took them like 6 months to get the address thing fixed. I'd been moved, my mom died, and I moved down here, and for 6 months they were still showing me living in Houston there with my mom, and I told them 10 times that I didn't live up there. And then last week they said that they've been trying to call me, but they've been calling her phone number, and she's been dead a year this November. So I mean,
So did you
yes,
did
I
you
sure
update
did.
your information
I
for
sure
them?
did. I sure did.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. With several people up there,
Good.
but they uh, almost like they intentionally are looking for reasons not to help people. I don't know what the problem is, but I just can't keep
Right.
living like this and just isolated and alone. I
Uh-huh.
can't keep up after myself. I can't hardly even bathe and clean up, wash clothes, any of that stuff. It's just kind of
Yeah.
crumbling around me, you know.
I'm sorry about that. Slade, when did you serve?
I joined the Air Force in 1987 and was in Germany for a little while, and then was in Charleston Air Force Base during the Gulf War. I got out in 91, I think, and had already ruptured that L4, L5 on the flight line during the Gulf War. Got an affidavit of my NCOs there when it happened. He took me to the Naval Hospital there in Charleston. They put me on light duty
Yeah.
and all that kind of stuff, and then they downsized my career field, and so I got out, and about a year later, that disc went out again, and then it just had progressively gotten worse over the years, where, like I said, now there's 10 bad discs in my back from varying things, from being fully ruptured to just being bulging, but then the arthritis and the bony stuff that's growing in there, and all that. So I don't know. All I know is I can't take care of myself, and I can't keep waiting for them to say they're going to help me, when nothing happening. And I called congressman, and I called the suicide crisis hotline today, and they're the ones that say to call you, and Told them I didn't feel right calling you guys because I wasn't in combat.
Right, we have resources and different things that for you as well. So the the um, the social worker at the VA is unable to help you, or not. But I know it's yeah.
I don't even I hadn't heard her talk to hardly anybody up there. And I called up there and try to get a hold of somebody, and they will call you back or whatever, and that never seems to happen. Or they call me and tell me, something that means nothing, that we're not going to help you, or we're forwarding this to this department or that department, or we're scheduling this or scheduling that. And so we scheduled MRIs. MRIs are done. You've had them for 2 months, and still there's nothing's happening. Not even bracing, prosthetics, injections. I get some steroid injections in my back and something, nothing. They've done nothing.
Yeah, there's a lot. It is taking longer for a lot of things right now because of COVID. The VA.
COVID wasn't around 2 years ago.
Well, I mean,
wasn't there when I started, so.
Right.
If they'd have taken care of it then. It's like everything, they say that they can't get a hold of me. Because I called y'all a month ago. I call y'all, I'll wait by the phone for 2 or 3 days expecting a call. It never comes, and then they call some obscure time or whatever. They don't leave a message, or they'll call from a private number.
Yeah.
They'll leave a bad extension number.
Yeah. Okay. So anyway, what I have are some resources that I'm going to look for you to see if there's some things that might be helpful. Do you have a email address, Slade?
I do. It's my first name, Slade01@gmail.com.
At Gmail, okay. And I know it's difficult, and there's no excuse. I know it takes some time, but not this long for you to get some relief. And if they do that, does your VA? Is there a hospital there, or do you go to a clinic?
There's a clinic down here in Lake Jackson, and I think all I've seen over here is a physician's assistant. She couldn't even read the report to me. It's like she doesn't even know basic anatomy. How she's in that role, I don't know, but I would think if somebody's going to call you and read you a medical report, that they would at least know scapula or that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Is there a hospital, VA hospital anywhere near you?
Yeah, the Houston VA hospital. Yeah, but it's about an hour or so to Houston from where I'm at down here on the coast.
Right. Well, and what I'm getting at is, if worst push comes to shove, going into the emergency room there, you'd have to go to that VA hospital, but
they just send you home. It's chronic. It's chronic condition. They just send you home. They won't do nothing for you. They just send you home.
So they can't do an injection or anything?
No, they just send you home. It's chronic pain. They say they can't treat chronic pain. They'll give you a shot of something to calm you down while you're there to get you out the door. The last time, they were telling me to do all this stuff, to get these papers and that papers, and I got these papers, and I took them over to the congressman's office and collapsed up there. My spasms and cramps were so bad I had to lay down on the floor. They called an ambulance. My pulse was almost 100. My blood pressure was 3 digits over 3 digits, and they said send him to the clinic over there. I said I just came from the clinic. I could have left the clinic like this. And so I told them, I said, they're saying that they can't move forward because they don't have records from this doctor in Houston. So I tried to drive that old car up there, and the radiator overheated, and I finally got up there to that doctor's office, and they had closed, and I just laid down there on the ground. I was just beside myself, peed all over myself. I lost control of my bladder, and
Oh, wow.
they want to take me in an ambulance over to the hospital, and they just put me out of the hospital at 10 o'clock at night up there on the north side of Houston. No nothing. Then the time before that, the VA just put me in a taxi cab and sent me back home. $70-something taxpayers paid to have a yellow cab drive me from the Houston VA back here, and didn't do nothing for me. So, I mean, I'm trying to do everything I can think of to get some help, and it's just not
Yeah.
working, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's there. Essentially, there should be a chronic pain clinic.
Well, I talked to the guy there, and the pain management doctor there at that VA in Houston, and he said, you qualify for community care, and that's the last I heard
Yeah.
of it. That they're not making no arrangements for me to see anybody. They got TRICARE. Somebody has to authorize that
Yeah.
for you to go
Yeah.
see somebody, and heard anything else out of them. And that's been months ago. So I
All
just
right.
sit here. I've got PTSD real bad, and I get overwhelmed with this anxiety, and I can't hardly think straight anymore. This pain is just always it made my brain is just exhausted. I can't hardly carry a thought in my head for more than 10 minutes. I forget what I'm talking about in the middle of talking about it, just coming apart and begging them people to help me, and not getting nowhere with it,
Right.
And I
Right.
just don't want to be one of these 22 veterans a day that gives up. I mean,
Yeah.
it
Well, I
happens
don't
all
want
the
you to
time.
be.
You know.
No. You've fought this long. Um, you know, you made it this long and fought this long. That giving up isn't.
I know
It's
what.
not
I mean,
option.
you hear about
I know
veterans
you've fought long.
setting themselves on fire at the VA, or killing themselves while they're sitting on their military records at the VA. That was a Marine Corps F-18 pilot that did that. I mean, that's a man that's motivated and intelligent, and got something on the ball, and went down there and sat down on his records and shot himself in the head there in Florida.
Yeah. And I mean, I talk to some every once in a while, and try to help, and try just to, but pain, it could do a lot to you. I do have something. It's called it's the Pain Management Resources for Wounded Warriors. That I can send to you.
Okay.
It's called Wounded Warrior Pain Care Initiative. It's not part of Wounded Warrior Project, but it is a pain care initiative. I'm going to send that to you.
Okay.
And a couple other, let's see what else. I'm not sure if there's something called complex regional pain syndrome, reflex sympathetic dystrophy. So it's a pain.
I think I have even seen that at some point. Some doctor somewhere said something about that.
Okay, well, I'm going to send that to you. It's rsdsa.org, but I'm going to send the phone. It has a phone number and their website, just so you can look into that.
Okay.
And see if something there might help you. I'm trying to find something else besides the VA, because an organization that specializes in this kind of, in the pain management.
Right.
you with this.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like, if I had some mobility back, some quality of life that, I could deal with this PTSD a lot better. But when all you can do is just sit there and dwell on things and think that everything you did is been unappreciated and for nothing,
Well, no, there's a lot of people appreciate it, and I do thank you for your service. And yeah, there's with the medical and with right now, it's kind of hard. But you've been trying to get this for a couple of years, so and you've been fighting for some kind of help. So that's why for me to send these to you and you reach out to them just to see what's available to you, how they can help you, because these are specific for pain management and pain, to help veterans with pain. So I want to get those to you, but then I also want to send you the social worker through the VA, because there should be one at your clinic or at the Houston hospital who you can speak to also.
Oh yeah. Well, every time you call the suicide hotline, they just have somebody called you back, and it doesn't end up going nowhere.
Yeah. Well,
it's fruitless.
And
it's a fruitless thing.
Yeah, that is the mental health, but you're talking about pain management. You're needing something for your pain. So,
right. Yes.
That's why I'm trying to head it that way.
Okay.
But it is good to call the helpline, the suicide prevention, so you could talk to somebody when you get too close to that point and feeling like that.
Yes, they had several. They've got several records of me calling up there already.
Right. Okay. Good. Because it is good to call. Yeah. If you feel like that's a good.
Well, I'm just terrified of going to hell. I don't want to go to hell, and I don't know what the policy is in suicide as far as that's concerned. So.
Right. And we want to avoid that, so that's why I want to send you these resources to try to help to see if they would, if they have something that's in your area, if they can help you with something or help you advocate for what your needs are.
My Uncle Sammy lives. He lives closer to the VA, I think, than I do. He sees a pain management guy there in Angleton. Same. Hurt his back in the Navy. He's a community choice thing, and he goes and gets his pain management there in Angleton from that doctor. And so, I mean, there's a doctor down here that does that, but they just have not making any efforts to authorize that or do whatever it is they need to do to send me over there. And I've been, trying to be as patient as I could with this lady at Congressman Weber's office, but I've been talking to her almost 2 years now, and she's not gotten me any closer, and I'm just beginning to think she's like the rest of them. They just send you around in a big circle and disappear,
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. All right. I hope I'm going to send you these two things, and, they are geared towards pain and pain management. Let me see if I have your information for, if I do, I'll send it to you, the information for the social worker at the VA for you as well. I know it's hard to get through to the VA right now, but I'm going to send
she
that
had tried
anyway.
to transfer me there from the suicide hotline 3 or 4 times, and nobody was answering the phone there, so.
Right. So I'll send this to you, and I'm going to send you those other ones for you to reach out to see if they can help you with the pain management.
Okay.
See what is there, because I think that that is what is help with that pain management.
Yes,
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm going to get this to you. Give me about 5 minutes. I'm going to send this email to you.
okay, thank you.
And Slade, you take care. Hang in there. I know it's difficult. It's got to be. I can't imagine the pain that you're in. I can't imagine it.
And it's a pain,
But
isolation, you know, the
Yeah.
things,
Yeah.
the holiday times coming around, and you can't even go and engage in that, you know. You just, everybody's out doing family stuff, and I can't go.
Yeah.
Physically can't go over there and spend any time with them, you know. Or go over there, I gotta lay down on the floor, so nobody wants to see that.
Yeah. Well, let's see what how these places I'm sending you can help you.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Is there anything else or any other
No, ma'am.
resources that you need? Okay. All right, Slade. Well,
Thank
you
you.
take care and hang in there,
Okay.
and just and reach out to these that I'm going to send you,
All right.
and it's going to be attached to the email. Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Okay.
Bye bye.
All right. Take care. Bye bye.
Well, that took a minute to get them on there. Then they just did like everybody else. They just tell you to go somewhere else. That's what everybody says. Go somewhere else. Go somewhere else. Go somewhere else. Go somewhere else. What are you doing? What are you doing? You're still going. We'll have to pause at the call thing, but we'll call them back. Girl.
Thank you for calling the White House VA hotline. If you are having thoughts of suicide, press 7 now to be connected with the Veterans Crisis Line. We look forward to talking to you. Please remain on the line, and your call will be answered in the order received. Once you are connected, your call may be monitored or recorded for training purposes. If selected, would you be willing to answer a 2-minute survey at the end of this call about your White House hotline experience? Press 1 if you're willing to participate in the survey.
Okay.
Thanks for calling the White House VA hotline. Paul speaking. How may I help you?
Yes, I'm trying to find out something about these VA people down here killing me. Called up there yesterday and they had somebody call back over here, and all they ended up doing was just canceling the appointment that they had, and that was it. So I don't know if there's any plan of action going forward or what else, but Congress lady doesn't seem to be able to help me, and the suicide crisis people transfer me to the Wounded Warriors Project, and then they just giving me more other people to call to. Everybody just sending me somewhere else, and I'm dying here, brother. I'm dying. I don't know what to do.
Okay. So, let me just get a little bit of information from you, then I'll ask some more questions. All right. Who am I speaking with?
My name is.
All right. So, you were supposed to have an appointment, and it was canceled.
Well, I was trying to get this community care down here to get some treatment for my neck and my back, and been almost be 2 years in March that they delayed, and got wrong records, messed up records, changed records, canceled this, that, and the other. And it's been 2 years. It's been 2 years, and finally got these MRIs done about 2 months ago, and they said that there's, they knew I had 2 bad discs in my lower back. Now they found 5 bad discs in my neck and 2 ruptured discs in the middle of my back. And that's it. It's been 2 months ago, and I ain't heard nothing about getting in to see somebody about that.
Okay.
And that
Yeah, I
took,
see that you
a
called.
year or something to get that to happen,
Yeah, I see that you called yesterday and put in a complaint case here.
Yeah, and the guy called me back. They've had them MRIs of my lower back for like 2 months, and I went about a week and a half ago and did an MRI of my left shoulder, and that's torn, and that's probably going to need surgery, and they wanted to send me all the way to Texas City to see somebody. There's a clinic right here and there's a hospital right here, and they're trying to send me all the way over there. I told them I can't take it. My back and neck are all messed up. I can't take them long trips in the vehicles. It just kills me. So the last time that I tried to do that, the doctor at the VA wouldn't even see me. Told them to take me back. They just put me back out in front of the hospital and told me to leave.
So you said you received a call?
Yes.
Sent you a
Yeah.
Okay.
He said, we got an appointment for you to see somebody in Texas City. And I told him, I said, I can't make that trip to Texas City. I want to see somebody here in this community where I live. That's what community choice is there for. And I can't make that trip all the way to Texas City. So he just said, well, we're just going to cancel that appointment. And so that was it. So now I don't have, not that I could have made it anyway, but that was the extent of what yesterday's call yielded. Was
Okay.
just them canceling that shoulder appointment, which is the least of my worries. If I can get my back and neck fixed, I might be able to go to Houston or to Texas City to see somebody. But with my back and my neck so messed up, I can't travel like that.
Okay, so that was for your shoulder.
Yeah, that one's going to send me over there for the shoulder.
Oh, okay. So they do. I'm just going to read this case that you did yesterday. A year and a half. Oh, okay, this is about your back. Okay. All right, cool.
Yeah, that's the major problem that I have is my back and my neck, causing all these cramps and spasms in my body, and I can't hardly do anything without getting a cramp. Trying to get out of bed, my leg will cramp. Try to pick something up the wrong way. My arm cramped yesterday. My bicep and my right arm cramped yesterday. And the tear is in my left shoulder, so now I don't have either arm to use today. Until my right arm gets better, a couple of days, I guess, to get over that pull muscle. So, for the next 2 days, I can't use any arms. And I just don't know what else to do. I called that Congress lady and tried to get her to help. I called her almost 2 years ago. She was the first one that I called. And then I called y'all after I got kind of frustrated with her, and then she acted like she was trying to do something, but it's been almost 2 years and there's been no progress made whatsoever. The suicide crisis hotline was going to transfer me over to the community choice people there at the hospital in Houston, and she tried 3 times and they're not even answering the phone up there. The operator's not even answering the phone there.
Okay. Well, what I did, I notated on here on this case that, like I said, the one that you opened up yesterday, the 4020377. I put that you received a call from the VA and they're trying to send you to Texas City, but you can't go that far because of your back. And then I put, now they canceled that appointment for your shoulder. And then I put in here the veteran says that he really needs to get his back and neck taken care of.
Yes,
Okay. All right. So, well, is there any anything else I can help you with today?
No, sir. Y'all can help me get some kind of help down here. I appreciate it.
All right, sir. Well, I want to thank you for calling, and you have a good rest of the day.
Okay, thank you.